Reorganizing the Ukrainian military in the midst of a war has proven to be difficult. While the war is ongoing, Ukraine has also had to deal with miscaptioned posts about the Russian invasion. And it looks like a sniper was involved in a staged video involving a Ukrainian soldier. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has been accompanied by massive damage to Ukraine and the destruction of human life. Thousands of Ukrainians have been killed and whole cities destroyed. Since the invasion began on the morning of the 24th of February, when Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation for the demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled the country, and over 6 million have been displaced. Russian forces have destroyed hospitals, infrastructure, and private homes. They have also stolen goods and shipped them to Russia. These losses are shocking, and the international community should not be blind to this tragedy. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has triggered an explosion of misinformation, and social media is filled with distressing images. While some of the coverage of the Russian operation is legitimate, most of the pictures shared on social media are fake or out of context. Some were even completely unrelated to the fighting in Ukraine. One such video was of a Libyan warplane that was shot down by rebels in 2011. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has polarized Russian society. This divide is becoming more pronounced and irreconcilable. There are those who support the Kremlin's actions and want to see it through, and those who are opposed to Russia's actions. These opposing viewpoints are rejected as lies, manifestations of Russophobia and enemy propaganda. Despite the conflict and Russia's repression, the Ukrainian people have shown their resolve to fight for their democracy. A recent poll conducted by the University of Chicago shows that 97% of Ukrainians view Russia's invasion as a major threat to their security and want Russia to compensate them for the damage it has caused. Uncommon rifles used by Russian snipers. The SVD rifle is a Russian sniper rifle that fires steel core bullets at a high rate of fire. The SVD is very destructive and has been used to bring down attack aircraft, including Cessnas. During the civil war in El Salvador, a guerrilla fighter used an SVD to bring down a Cessna jet attack aircraft. To counter the SVD, the Pentagon developed the M110 semi-automatic sniper system. This weapon offers numerous technical advantages over the SVD, including improved optics. While the SVD is still less accurate than M110, it still remains an effective sniping weapon. Grad rockets. The Grad rocket is a multiple rocket launcher used by Russian snipers. These rockets are launched by a launch vehicle known as BM-21. The BM-21 is a self-propelled vehicle with a 122mm rocket. It is also equipped with stabilizing jacks at the rear, which provide support while firing. The Grad rocket is a Soviet relic and was developed for use by Soviet airborne troops in the 1960s. Mortar fire. Russian snipers use a variety of strategies to gain the upper hand. One of these tactics is to fire more rounds at a target to draw them away. Another strategy is to use helmets as a form of concealment. The Soviets also used mannequins in shops as targets. These mannequins were dressed like real men, but were only partially covered. This strategy made it hard for snipers in the Soviet Union to resist the temptation of an easy kill. Improvised attack on Ukrainian reconnaissance team. The Ukrainian reconnaissance team was buoyed by recent successes, but a large Russian force led by snipers came charging down the road. The Ukrainian reconnaissance team, surrounded by an equally sized Russian force, repelled the attack with a more modest force. The next day, the reconnaissance team discovered a dead soldier. SVD's distance and precision advantage over Dragunov rifle. After the end of World War II, the Soviet Union retained the sniper program and began developing the semi-automatic SVD Dragunov sniper rifle. Introduced in 1963, the Dragunov rifle had an effective range of about 800 meters. This limited its usefulness and the FSO needed a rifle with a much longer range. In recent years, the FSO has adopted the homegrown T-5000 rifle for use by snipers. Russia's snipers' strategy to stop dust plumes. Snipers in the Donbas war zone had little experience fighting on the front lines, but they were highly trained and knowledgeable about the terrain. They were sent out to kill high-value targets and understood the dangers of the volatile landscape. They formed 3 sniper teams of 6 men each and covered a large area that overlapped with the other team's ranges. Staged video with a sniper. A new video has emerged showing a Russian sniper liquidating Ukrainian soldiers in eastern Ukraine. It was reportedly staged, but there are many questions about the authenticity of the footage. According to a BBC analysis, the accents of those wearing the blue armbands are consistent with those of Ukrainians speaking Russian. Moreover, the man on the ground, accused of bombing Kharkiv, is also questioned in Russian. The Russians say the Ukrainian soldiers and the Ukrainian forces were staged. However, Ukrainian Special Operations Forces published the unique point of view video on June 29. The SOF says the video was taken by a SOF fighter. This video has become one of the most widely circulated and widely shared videos of recent events. The video circulated on Russian propaganda channels. Ukrainian officials later released the full video clip. The fake video appears to be aimed at fooling Russian authorities and may be part of an ongoing propaganda war. It was uploaded on the Telegram messaging app. The Russian group Mail State is known for spreading pro-Kremlin propaganda. The Ukrainian government is investigating allegations that Russian soldiers were tortured during the conflict. The video also claims to show Ukrainian soldiers shooting Russian prisoners. While it has yet to be verified, the video is a harrowing depiction of the situation in eastern Ukraine. In the video, Ukrainian soldiers are seen removing 3 Russian men from a van and shooting them in the leg. According to the Ukrainian military commander, the Russians are staging the footage in order to discredit the Ukrainian military. However, the Ukrainian government is taking these allegations seriously.